Macmillan Audio presents Paths of Glory by Jeffrey Archer. Read for you by Roger Allam.
Elegy written in a country churchyard. The boast of heraldry, the pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth e'er gave, awaits alike the inevitable hour. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. Thomas Gray, 1716 to 1771. Prologue, 1999. Saturday, May 1st, 1999. Last time I went bouldering in my hobnails, I fell off, said Conrad. Jochen wanted to cheer, but knew that if he responded to the coded message, it might alert a rival group tuned into their frequency, or even worse, allow an eavesdropping journalist to realize that they'd discovered a body. He left the radio on, hoping for a clue that would reveal which of the two victims the search party had come across, but not another word was spoken. Only a crackling sound confirmed that someone was out there, but unwilling to speak. Jochen followed his instructions to the letter, and after 60 seconds of silence, he switched off the radio. He only wished he'd been selected as a member of the original climbing party, who were out there searching for the two bodies. But he'd drawn the short straw. Someone had to remain at base camp and man the radio. He stared out of the tent at the falling snow and tried to imagine what was going on higher up the mountain. Conrad Anker stared down at the frozen body, the bleached skin as white as marble. The clothes, or what was left of them, looked as if they had once belonged to a tramp, not a man who had been educated at either Oxford or Cambridge. A thick hemp rope was tied round the dead man's waist, the frayed ends showing where it must have broken during the fall. The arms were extended over the head, the left leg crossed above the right. The tibia and fibula of the right leg were both broken, so that the foot looked as if it was detached from the rest of the body. None of the team spoke as they struggled to fill their lungs with the thin air. Words are rationed at 27,000 feet. Anker finally fell to his knees in the snow and offered up a prayer to Chomolungma, goddess mother of the earth. He took his time. After all, historians, alpinists, journalists, and the simply curious had waited over 75 years for this moment. He removed one of his thick, fleece-lined gloves and placed it on the snow beside him, then leant forward, each movement slow and exaggerated, and with the index finger of his right hand gently pushed back the stiff collar of the dead man's jacket. Anker could hear his heart pounding as he read the neat red letters displayed on a cashier's name tape that had been sewn on the inside of the shirt collar. "Oh, my God," said a voice from behind him. "It's not Irvine. It's Mallory." Anker didn't comment. He still needed to confirm the one piece of information they had travelled over 5,000 miles to discover. He slipped his gloveless hand into the inside pocket of the dead man's jacket and deftly removed the hand-stitched pouch that Mallory's wife had so painstakingly made for him. He gently unfolded the cotton, fearing that it might fall apart in his hands. If he found what he was looking for, the mystery would finally be solved. A box of matches, a pair of nail scissors, a blunt pencil, a note written on an envelope showing how many oxygen cylinders were still in working order before they attempted the final climb, a bill, unpaid, from Gamages for a pair of goggles, a Rolex wristwatch minus its hands, and a letter from Mallory's wife, dated April 14th, 1924. But the one thing Anker had expected to find wasn't there. He looked up at the rest of the team, who were waiting impatiently.